to a study published in the journal JAMA Pediatrics in July 2019. It says for every additional hour young people spend on social media, the severity of depression increases. We got to start paying attention. We got to start asking questions. We have to start trying to connect with our children. Believe me, I understand it could be difficult. There are times all I hear is mommy, 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 and it gets stressful. But I have to understand that God gave me them to care for them and to guide them into His word and into His freedoms that we find in Jesus Christ. We can't do that by allowing them to have access to things that even us adults are struggling with. We have to be more careful. We have to be more vigilant. We have to be their protectors until they're old enough to be able to protect themselves and make those choices for themselves. We see in Proverbs 22:6, it says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. It is our responsibility to train up our children in the word, in what God says. And right now, yes, as much as culture says having a cell phone, having social media is it, as parents, we have to fight to know what's better for our children and know that we're doing it for their benefit, even though that they might dislike us for the moment or feel it's unfair. The statistics are out there. Do the research for yourself. Watch the 2 documentaries that I mentioned and do the research. Suicide rate is exponentially high for young people. We have to know that when we give a child a cell phone, a tablet, a computer, we as parents have to put the guardrails up. We have to put the blocks. We have to do whatever it takes to protect our children. But also, don't be naive. We still have to talk to our children about what is out there, because they're going to be exposed to things one way or another, whether it be through a friend at school, through a computer at school, something on the bus. I mean, there's an array of things that can happen. And so we're not going to be able to protect them from everything, but we can do our best to help them, to guide them, to train them up in the word of the Lord. Proverbs 12:25 says, anxiety in the heart of a man causes depression, but a good word makes it glad. The righteous should choose his friends carefully, for the way of the wicked leads them astray. And so as parents, help your children make wise decisions. Help them and show them, hey, that friend said this or that, and maybe that's not the wisest friend to have. Help them, encourage them, give them words of affirmation, tell them how proud you are, how much you love them. They need it. The generation of these young kids need attention. They need your love. They need your time. And so as parents, I encourage you, do it. Spend it now. Your children are the most valuable thing that you have, other than your relationship with Jesus. And if you have a spouse, it's going to be your kids. They're the ones who's going to live, hopefully, further than you. And so what legacy, what are you giving to them that will benefit them? So I encourage you guys. There are so many resources out there. I'm going to name a few to help our children navigate the online systems, the phones, because I know in some situations kids need them. There's this phone called a Gab phone. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it's pretty much it looks like a smartphone. It has call, text, calculator, and that's about it. You cannot download any apps. There's no internet access on the phone. No, this video is not sponsored by any of the resources that I am telling you about. These are just things that I have looked into myself for my own children. Not that my son has a phone, but in the future I do plan on getting him a phone, but not just yet. Other resources are an app called Bark, Covenant Eyes that you can put on laptops, computers, phones. There's a blog that I found. It's called hopefulmom.net, and she talks about her son being addicted to pornography and how they are overcoming that. There's books, there's online resources. Let's use what we have, the tools that we have, in a positive way. And all you have to do is put into Google, ways to help protect my child from internet predators, ways to help my child from this, ways to help my child from that. And I'm sure that you will find an array of resources or apps and things of that sort that you can download to help your children navigate their cell phones. So I want to end with this. Our children are a gift from the Lord. Let us help them fight their battles. Let us build them up so that when they get older and becomes adults, they can fight for themselves. Ultimately, through the word of the Lord. You guys, use discernment, use conviction, use the Holy Spirit to help you and guide you in how we are to raise our children. No, we're not perfect. Yes, we're going to fail. I have failed myself plenty of times. I am just putting this out there so that you guys are aware of it, so that you guys can know what is happening out there and know that you have a choice. You can do something about it, and you can find hope and a future for your children in the word of the Lord. You guys, thank you so much for joining me this time on Enlighten. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification if you like this video, and share and like. Until next time, bye guys.